Let's go into it. Week number 16 here. 48 more games to go on this NFL slate. There's just playoffs are heating up. The playoff race is heating up. Playoff fantasy is heating up for people. There's a lot of stuff going on here. 48 games to go. It's crazy to think that Dom and Jake were both melting in their chairs there for 8 weeks, and then we're already in the dead of winter here in New Jersey. And
dude, this room gets ridiculously hot.
Yeah, it does. Not now, but
no, right now I'm chilling.
All you got to do is crack a window and just poof, the igloos start going. You get a nice little like ice slide everywhere. Frozone's coming in.
It's true.
But yes, let's look at let's look at the dancing man up there. Here we go. Let me remove the banner here too.
Let's
Colton has won the week this past week with 12-4, followed by Jake at 11-5, and Dom and I 10-6. 5 matchups this past week were lone wolves. The lone wolves went 4-1. Dom's unfortunate Commanders pick was the one that lost, but we all ended up winning on our lone wolf pick essentially. So the lone wolf has it's not that lone anymore there.
I was shocked. I was still, even with Case Keenum, the only taker on Houston.
Yeah, again, they just won, so I cannot.
They also won.
Yeah, but proving my point, while like the Titans stink.
Well, they also held Derrick Henry to like 14 yards. That was maybe the biggest factor of that game. Because
every blind squirrel finds a nut, and Jake found his nut. I'll give it to him.
But yes, now Colton has a six game lead on Jake. Dom falls behind by another game to Jake. And he gets closer to me. I want my money. To just pass Dom. I'm gonna go in like LeBron James.
He's gonna catch him. Will's gonna catch him. This is the best part of the show. Will's gonna catch Dom. And Dom was fighting for first place 3 weeks ago.
I think I was in first place the first 2 weeks. Then Dom took over. I don't know if Jake has had a week where he was like in first place.
Nope.
Jake's never been.
And then after Dom just choked away the lead, Colton's been holding it for like what it feels like the last like 6 or 7 weeks.
I got within 2, and then I've just been like.
So Thanksgiving was like the week that it really started going downhill for me. So it's been the last month. I was tied with Colton like a month ago, and now I am 9 behind in a month.
It's crazy. We gave him 2 games too, Jake. We gave him 2 games. Like, yo, you should definitely make that game as a flip.
It was like 3 or 4.
It was
like 4 weeks in a row. It's like, this is the smart one. Here you go.
Here's the bone. We're giving it to you, and you didn't take it. And wow, I thought it was like 2 or 3. You add those up. You're rare, and you're not by will. But instead, you're going down in the pit of misery. And I can't wait for that. I will have to do it or something. I will have to make the graphic.
There is enough time.
Throwing the chain up to you and pulling you down.
Tom, I hope you realize it's only 1 game difference each week for you guys to tie.
I know.
I know. This is absolutely incredible. I hope I have to change Will's mind on some of these picks just to like get Will to catch you.
Well, here we go. Thursday Night Football. Hollywood presents the New Orleans Saints at the Los Angeles Rams, who are all sweeping LA. Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua. Yes. Colin, are you sure you don't want to switch here and go New Orleans? You're a big Derek Carr guy.
I am, but I also like enjoying my lead. So
He's coming home. He's going back to California.
Yeah, I'll pass.
And then
see, this is the game if you're dumb to jump on. Like I think, like the Saints defense is legit. Saints kind of have to win.
I'm not taking your stupid Saints.
Hey, so if Saints win, I'm definitely hitting you with a. Wow, there's 5. Okay.
The game toss encounter is just going to be just accumulating.
Okay.
We got 2 Saturday games this week. Cincinnati at Pittsburgh. We're all taking the Bengals, the Bayou Bengals here. Jake Browning shows continuing. No Jamar Chase, it feels like. But T. Higgins coming off a very electric game against the Vikings last week. And And then we go into, again, back to LA. Saturday Night Football exclusively on Peacock. The Buffalo Bills at the Chargers. Dom is lone wolfing the Chargers here. Easton Stick is starting. Keenan Allen, I think, might not play another game again this season. So,
all right. I forgot about the Easton Stick part. I'm not going to
Why would you tell him that? Let him. You had 3 games different this week. You could have called him this week.
No, I'm definitely going to change to Buffalo.
Oh, my.
Will, you blew it.
I forgot about the Easton Stick. I forgot about the Herbert part. I was just so focused on Brandon.
You forgot? You thought they had got
blown up 49-0 at halftime.
I forgot, bro. I was so focused on Brandon Staley that it was just like I was like tunnel vision Brandon Staley.
Well,
see, I knew either Dom was full of shit is what it was when I was filling it out. I'm like, oh yeah, Dom's gonna flip all of a sudden midway through the show, but act tough writing it in. LA Chargers, yeah, and flipped. All right, well, you botched this one. I blame Wolf.
And then we go into the stoppable force against the movable object, the worst defense and offense in the league with the Commanders and the Jets. We are splitting this down the middle here. Jake and I, we are taking the Jets. Meanwhile, Colton has found the heart with the Commanders, along with Dom, who's been a fan for so long here.
No, well, we hate the Commanders, the Salamanders. We don't like them.
Yeah, fuck them.
Meanwhile, there is literally a picture of Will right behind him.
Listen, that was me when they were an old team name, okay? Hey, listen, football team, ride or die. Commanders, nah.
Hey, man, I will say, I very much learned this past weekend that Commanders fans, that Washington fans really only wanted to be the Redskins. Very outspoken about how it needs to be called the Redskins. There's some that are like, we don't call it whatever it's going to be. We only call it the Redskins. So just saying, they are very outspoken about that. I did learn that this past week.
And here we go. Detroit at Minnesota. The race for really the top of the NFC North is on the line here. We're all taking Detroit here, which would ultimately clinch them the playoff berth for the first time since 2016, I think. It's been a very long time for Detroit. Cleveland at Houston. The most elite quarterback. We're sweeping this all around here. 400 yards. I bet Joe Flacco will be throwing this week. But yes, all Cleveland here. Green Bay at Carolina. We're all taking Green Bay here. Jordan Love and company trying to fight for their final playoff push. Seattle at Tennessee. We're all taking Seattle here. Indianapolis at Atlanta. Jake is lone wolfing the Atlanta Falcons. A big believer in Tyler Algier getting 100 million more carries than Bijan Robinson this week.
They've been successful doing that.
I gotta throw some Hail Marys if I'm gonna catch him.
It's fair.
And if I'm Hail Mary, it's going to be Atlanta.
Ugh, that's an awful hill to die on, kid.
And then we go Jacksonville at Tampa Bay. I am lone wolfing Tampa Bay this week, and I'm gonna stick with it. I'm locking it in. I'm not changing it. Not changing my mind. If anyone wants to join me on this fantastic island of Florida, be my guest.
I lone wolfed them last week and won. I'm content with that.
I shamed Dom before the show even started, saying, because we both filled out our picks before the show started. I'm like, if you do the thing, I am going to make fun of you.
I will notoriously picking the Jags.
I will never let you pick against the Jags ever again. I will shame you into it every time.
You know what the worst part is in the preview? I had them making the Super Bowl. So
yeah. So I'm not. I am never letting you pick against them ever again.
Theoretically, I should pick through the playoffs with them too.
There's a time when they're gonna be 3-10, like 3-win team.
Oh well, different season.
And I'm gonna make sure you pick them every time.
No,
through that run.
Story. Different season, different rules.
These two teams have a combined 1 win over teams over 500. The Dallas Cowboys at the Miami Dolphins here. Colton is lone wolfing the Miami Dolphins this week. Meanwhile, the rest of us are on the Cowboys hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, again, big game for both teams. Both need it, and we'll put our money where our mouth is. I've been defending the Dolphins tooth and nail all season long, and how I actually think they're a good team, yet they haven't beat anyone good. So I'm going to die on the hill. So I'm going Fins, and Dallas isn't anyone good on the road. So we'll see. Both need it, so it should be
the
good.
exact thing. Like I was like, I really like Miami to win because I hate Dallas. Plus, I have to deal with this guy saying that they're bad all the time. But then also, I can't have the Eagles be the only good team Dallas beats. I can't.
Well, no, Dallas beat technically Seattle. They were over 500. That's what broke that streak.
No, they were 500.
Oh, that doesn't really do good for Jake.
And
Yeah.
then
Help me.
No, it doesn't.
Does it
and
not?
then we go into
Also, I would like to say, me and Colton will die on the hill against each other on the Miami thing till the end of time because we have done it for years now, over and over, and I will continue to do it with Colton with this dance with Miami for years, I'm sure.
I don't know about for years. Like if they don't win a good pitcher, like if they lose against Dallas and they lose against Buffalo, like I'm filling on Miami. Like you're going to see a quick sell on Miami.
You and I have never been on the same side of Miami ever, so.
No, I just think they're a good team. They really have been healthy, and again, this kind of proves again they're not healthy. I haven't seen a healthy Dolphins team go against like a good team, so it's been rather unfortunate. So we'll see. Wonder where their mouth is this weekend.
we got Arizona at Chicago. Jake is lone wolfing the Arizona Cardinals this week. Kyler Murray and Trey McBride in that offense are trying to do stuff against a very stout Bears defense.
I don't think it's a bad pick.
No, I was actually thinking.
Shocked I'm lone wolfing, but I mean, I could see it go either way.
Yeah.
And then we got Sunday Night Football on NFL Network. The New England Patriots at the Denver Broncos here. We're all taking the Denver Broncos. Then we go into the tree of Christmas Day, the Nickelodeon Christmas Day game, the Las Vegas Raiders at the Kansas City Chiefs. We're all sweeping Kansas City. And then we got Tommy.
A 60-point game.
And we got Tommy DeCutlets there going into Philadelphia, and we project the Eagles just to stomp them out. And then we got Baltimore at San Fran. Three of us have San Fran, and Jake has the empty slot. So, Jake, where are you going with this one?
Undecided.
No, San Fran.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
Oh gosh, you know what? I think I'm gonna do a switcheroo. Who was the game before the Giants?
The Chiefs and the Vegas Raiders.
Oh boy, I'm gonna buy what the Raiders are cooking.
He said, like, nobody has the faith. Nobody had the faith.
With the Raiders, man. I watch Chiefs more and more, man. Dude, I don't know what the hell their issue is. So I'm gonna buy what the Raiders are cooking.
Wow.
I'm doing a late switch. That's unlike me, but I'm gonna do it. I got a buffer, and this could either push me or give Jake the hey, hi, I'm here. So I'm gonna go with the Raiders. Give me the Raiders.
So how many different do we got?
That's huge.
1, 2,
I think like 3 or
There's
4.
3.
5. 5?
Between you and Colton?
Yeah.
Wow, if Colton goes 0-5,
They're gonna crash and burn, Mav. This is gonna crash and burn.
Until Will decided to keep, convince Dom to screw it up. Will could have tied him this week.
Yeah, Will bossed himself.
oh, well, I'm still hawking his ass before the season, and I'm going to be laying the gas pedal down.
Love the shit talking about the
was like, all right, see you, Dom. See ya.
Poor Dom.
I can't. I really cannot believe the tank,
And
dude.